So good morning and welcome back to the last vlog from Kenya. Today I've got my last big workout up here at altitude before the Barcelona Half. Today marks 9 days to go and we're off to Moiben Road for a 7x2k workout. The 2Ks are at sort of half marathon intensity, followed by 1k floats. So it's about 22 kilometers of volume, and yeah, we're going to do it all on Moiben Road, which is kind of the flattest route in the local area, because Kenya is known for being extremely hilly. And yeah, we're the last big one before tapering into Barca. So looking forward to this one. I've got Tony coming down as well to hold the camera. He did such a great job on the video from the other day, so appreciate all the good feedback on that one. But yeah, this will probably be the last vlog now from Kenya, so hope you enjoy. Last big push before Barcelona Half. Today's video is made in partnership with Running Trips, who organise the Kenya Experience camps. Back in March 2023, I came to Kenya for the first time on a 2-week camp known as the Kenya Experience, which is a really good introduction to all things running over here. The trip is 2 weeks long and it includes everything from 3 meals a day. You stay at the high altitude training centre, which is one of the best facilities, daily seminars, group runs with local pacers, and yeah, it's an experience that's catered to all abilities. So a lot of people ask me, do you have to be a certain ability to come on these camps? And the answer is absolutely no. At the high altitude training centre, there's a great mix of professional runners, but also recreational runners as well. So the 2-week camp for me was, yeah, an incredible experience and one I'll never forget. It was really good sort of introduction to how everything works over here. And now I love to come back. So if visiting the home of the champions is on your bucket list, I'd highly recommend the Kenya Experience. And if you use code BEN100 when you check out, you can get £100 off your first trip. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it if you make it over here as much as I do, because it truly is an awesome place to come and train and experience the running culture here in Kenya.
In the front, eh?
So we just arrived at the famous Moiben Road. We're going to do a 3-kilometer warm-up first, just a bit of an out and back, and then we're going to start the session, which is 7x2k with 1k float. I'm going to aim for around 3:25 per kilometer for the 2k ons, and then around a 4-minute float for the 1k in between. So yeah, it should be a good workout. When you come to altitude, you have to kind of adjust your paces, because it's around about 10 to 12 seconds per kilometer slower when you're up here at altitude, because there's less oxygen, so your body has to work a little bit harder. So it's always a little bit of a juggling act with sessions to get the intensity right. But yeah, got a good group today. Got Seb and Phil joining me, so share some of the work, and it should be a good session. So yeah, we're just going to get started now. Right, so we're just about to start the workout. Start with the 1k float and then into the first 2k rep. 1k down the road, I guess. Right, let's do it. So for today's workout, I thought I'd do a little bit of a voiceover to talk you through what's going on. We started the session with a 1 kilometer float at 4:03 before starting the first rep in 3:34. This rep was slightly uphill, so a little bit slower than the rest, but a good start to the workout nonetheless. Each rep was followed by a 1 kilometer float, which we were aiming for around 3:50 to 3:55, and the reps 2k on were around 3:25 per kilometer, which is around half marathon effort. Here we are on the second rep. Things were going well, followed by a 3:53 float. One thing I will note from this workout is having a look at the heart rate data between the reps and the floats. It doesn't really drop too much, which is quite telling of the altitude. It can be quite difficult to get your breath. As you can see there, stays at 160 for the 4-minute float, remaining high throughout the session, which yeah, makes it really tough, just because simply there's less oxygen at altitude, so your body has to work a little bit higher. So here we are now into, I think, the 3rd or 4th rep, ticking along at 3:22 per kilometer, followed by a 3:21. So that was a really good rep. and before the final rep had a little bit of water going into rep number 6, and me and Phil clocked a 3:30. At this point Seb gapped us slightly, pushed on for rep 6 and 7, whereas me and Phil managed to maintain the effort, finishing in a 3:18. There we go, just finished the session. Decided to do 6 reps today, just starting to get a little bit too hard towards the end, and I don't want to put myself in a bit of a hole before taper week, so yeah, me and Phil just did 6. Seb's still going, he's an absolute beast. He's got 1 more rep to go, but yeah, solid workout.
That was good.
Love to see that.
That'd be mad.
What do you reckon they'd run every week?
It'd be
sub 14,
every sub 14 almost every run, I think.
Get competitive.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Look at that. Woo. Bon appetit. Thank you very much. Say hi to the vlog.
Hello.
Is that all you got to add?
Sure. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, she's got stage fright. Okay, bye Meg. So just got back to camp and had some lunch, but this morning's final workout before the Barcelona half went really well. It's a pretty tough day to run at Moiben Road. There was quite a strong wind, as I'm sure you heard in some of the clips. Apologies that some of the audio was a little bit shaky, but I hope you got the gist. It was 2 kilometers on with 1 kilometer float, and for the 2 kilometers on we roughly averaged somewhere between 325 and 317 per kilometre for those reps, which I was really happy with. This is basically what I was aiming for going into the workout, which roughly translates to half marathon pace at sea level. My half marathon PB is one that I ran in 2022 at the Copenhagen half marathon, and I ran 67:15, which is an average of 3:12 per kilometre. So roughly convert 3:20s at altitude to sea level is around 3:10 per kilometre. So I'm hoping, based off that session, that I should be in good shape come Barcelona next weekend. I'm also aware that I'm only sort of 3 weeks into training at the moment for this year, having built on from the sort of marathon block that I did in Valencia in December. I took some time off over Christmas and I'm finally building back. So yeah, feeling fit. I think I'm in for a good race this weekend. I'd like to think that I've put myself in a good place to try and have a go at that half marathon personal best. My plan is to sort of go into the race and attack sort of 3:10 per kilometre from the gun, which would see me run around 1 hour and 6 minutes 30 for the half marathon, which is an ambitious goal, but I think based off the way training's been going, I've had plenty of consistency over the last few weeks, and I'd be silly not to give myself a chance at running something quick. But yeah, the training camp has almost come to an end now, just a few more days before I head home. I've been running sort of 100 miles a week since I got here over the last 3 weeks, so everything's going well, no niggles. I've been ticking off every single session. Decided to cut today's a little bit short with the race in mind. My coach said that we want to prioritise sort of feeling fresh this week rather than putting myself in a bit of a hole that I can't sort of recover before the half marathon. So stopped it at 6. Finished on a quality rep at the end as well, rather than pushing for a 7th and feeling absolutely knackered, which I think was the right decision. So this will be the last video from Kenya as well. Hope you've enjoyed the last sort of 5 videos from over here, and just a reminder, if you would like to sign up to come to Iten with running trips on their 2-week Kenya experience camp, and if you use Ben100 when you're signing up on their webpage, then that will give you £100 off, and I also earn a little bit of a kickback from that as well. So it's an incredible place to train, absolutely love it over here. Certainly will be back, if not this year, next year for sure. But until next time, aspire to run, run to inspire, and I'll see you with another video soon from the streets of Barcelona.